Hello YouTube, this is Josh with Hamilton Mechanical. I wanted to show you guys a possession I've had for about 10 years now, and about 8 of those it was out of commission due to my own procrastination and you know, being broke, having kids, get married, all that fun stuff. So she's now finally back on the road again. This is a 72 Honda CB, 73 Honda CB350F. Now what that means is this is a 350cc 4-cylinder engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, itty bitty little guys. She's done almost 12,000 miles. We will see 12 soon. I bought this off my best friend in 2008. I think he got it in 2000 or 2001 when we were in high school. He rode it about half hour to school every day, so he was pretty die-hard, but I fell in love with the color and the fact that it was a very tiny 4-cylinder. It just always amused me, and when he upgraded, I purchased the bike off him, and that's how the story goes. So I've had her, like I said, since 2008, and you know, she's got some problems. She's got a tear in the seat right here, but new seat cover is $50. The worst of the damage on this bike, let's see if we can get it here without the sun. If you look at those headlight brackets, they're a little wavy, and all you sharp people that have one of these bikes, you'll see the angle of that reflector down there. That entire piece has been pushed in, and they just bent the turn signal back to where it lined up, but the rest of it now does not. So that needs to be fixed one day down the road. This one's not as bad. You can see that reflector should be perpendicular with the bike. And like over here, where you can see that it is angled quite forward. So, also, we have a big cosmetic blimmer right here. That was my own damn fault. She wasn't running when I moved back from Chattanooga, and so I had her on the back of my truck with a tarp over her and a ratchet strap, and that was not the best idea. But I was in a hurry, and that's what happens when you get in a hurry. So it rubbed it all the way down below the primer there. But you know, overall, for a 45-year-old bike, I do believe she is in excellent shape. So far we've rebuilt all 4 carburetors, and the front master cylinder and caliper, because those went to hell while I had it sitting. I did put a new gas cap seal on it the other day because I desperately needed that. You can't really see down in there, but it's not in bad shape. There's a little bit of rust, but it's not bad. So now, what I want to show you guys, just so y'all know I'm not bullshitting. This is cold engine. Okay. I just wanted to show you guys that. We're gonna choke. Turn it on. Neutral. My oil light does not work. She only needs about 1 second of choke. She is ready to go. Right there is high idle. There's not actually really applying that much choke, so. One minor dent right there. There. right where she's supposed to idle. 1200 RPM. So for all you guys that say this bike should idle above 2, I beg to differ a little bit. And now what I want to know, guys, here, I don't know how much clatter is acceptable on these, but after watching a video of a guy that's got one of these apart, I'm wondering if it's the primary chain, not the timing chain. His was rather loose even though it was low mileage, so that could be the case of what's going on here. CB350F. I need about 350. Anyone else see that? Never think of their bike? I think I'm going to get me a sticker for that, put it on my helmet, because that just cracks me up. I've named her Nessie in honor of that South Park skit. So we have new chain, running Kenda tires that I bought when I bought the bike in 2008, and they've got not even 500 miles on them yet. They've still got the nibs, if you look really closely. See, I'm not the most adventurous, so I've not ventured that far that far sharp in a corner yet. I've got about 10-15 hours of riding time total, so this is my first bike that I've ever owned. I've ridden a couple others, but this is the only bike that I've ever personally owned, and like I said, it didn't run from 2010 until a couple weeks ago. So, but I just wanted to show her off to you guys. I'm going to show you all how to do an electronic ignition retrofit, and probably gonna have to go back into these carbs. I definitely need to sync them, but I had a float hang on number 2, number 3. I forget which way they count that. Anyway, one of them hung and tapped it and it stopped, but it's still a little bit disconcerting, and it's possible I picked up a little something in this tank from where it's been sitting so long. Even though I did put a new screen in the petcock. Turn that off, but yeah, so far so good. For a 45-year-old bike, I see a lot of these that aren't nearly this complete, or they've been modded into cafe racers, which is just not my thing. It's not my style. So, how many of y'all broken this taillight? This is the third one I've put on here. I learned after a while to make sure that I looked behind me before I backed the bike up. I showed you all this here a minute ago. You can see someone has chiseled out the end of this muffler. Not even nicely at all. You can see the rough edge there. This is stainless steel grill scrubby, and it at least keeps me from having to wear earplugs while I ride this thing. So if anyone has any suggestions, I thought about getting one of those Chinese baffles and then rounding that back out as best I can and then welding that baffle in there, and maybe that might help. I really cannot afford a new exhaust, and I definitely cannot afford the OEM 4x4 setup. I know a lot of you guys have said that I should get that, but I cannot afford to spend $1,200 on exhaust when the bike runs as it is. So the wife will not stand for that, and even me, I have a hard time. I would probably buy another 4x4 or 4x2 setup before I went with the $1,200 replica set. I would love to have them, don't get me wrong. There's just, I mean, that's a lot of money, and this is not a restoration. This is a rider. This is one to get on and ride all the time, whenever I feel like it. I want to keep her in as good a shape as possible, but she's not out to win shows. She's a rider. I want to ride her and enjoy every minute of it. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you've got any cool Hondas or some cool stories or cool bikes or any, just leave me a comment. Interact with me, guys. Subscribe, like, dislike, I don't care. Do something, talk to me, I'll respond to any comments that are not me, and not trolls rather. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I hope y'all have a great rest of the week, and we'll post another one soon. Thank you.